How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Chainlink update. Yesterday we are discussing potential $40 to $60 targets and maybe even higher, and that's all dependent on this bullish inverse head and shoulders pattern playing out. But with this 200 daily EMA being lost in the massive liquidation event, the risk is now on the move back up. Could it just be a false recovery of support? Is it just now testing the other sets of moving averages, the previous supports and the previous resistance once again as resistance before continuation lower? This is going to continue to be the risk, and that is why not only Chainlink but all altcoins need to pump from here. This is going to be all dependent on Bitcoin making a new all-time high if you want to go ahead and see altcoin season. So Bitcoin really needs to wake up, pump up and recover a certain key level that I've mentioned in my Bitcoin update earlier today. And that should go ahead and eventually drag altcoins, because we really kind of need Bitcoin to lead and break out first, and then you'll get Ethereum pushing towards 4.8k. And once it's broken past 4.8k, I really believe altcoin season can start. Until that point, the risk is, of course, that the pumps back up are just to test previous levels of support. Now's resistance for continuation lower, potentially invalidating the macro bullish pattern it's spent the entire year forming. There's one positive we can discuss, and that is the fact that the head of this inverse head and shoulders is actually a double bottom, and you can argue that it's now resting on that previous resistance, now a support, and that is why you're seeing it being used as a pivot point to pump up into these moving averages. But don't forget, where these are placed are $20, and that is a psychological level, and also as it's previously support, you can see once it broken down, tested it as resistance, continuation lower. So we really do not want to see, for those altcoin holders out there, you really don't want to see the same situation once again. Essentially, Link is now trapped between 20 as resistance and 17 as support. We're going to get a major move once one of these are broken. That is going to be solely decided by Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin decides to lose its key level of support, the whole market will get decimated. And of course, if it recovers the key level of resistance I've mentioned in my video earlier today, we're going to see coins like Chainlink and other altcoins starting to break out. You'll see it pump to 25 and 27 very quickly, and at that point now at the neckline of this massive macro inverse head and shoulders pattern. So stay tuned on the channel. Again, Link and altcoins must pump right now, because the risk being trapped in this range where the loss of support is that the pump back up is just resistance and looking for continuation lower. Arguments that you can see a head and shoulders pattern forming. Don't worry, I will be here to update it as it goes along. If you want further updates, to request TA whenever you want, check out my Discord community. If you want further help, I've got an ebook or live streams one-to-one with myself, so a private mentorship session